Hello everybody, welcome back to me with another brand new video, and I'm back it again to discuss the latest development in Black Clover's story. And before progressing to the review, if you are still watching and enjoying it, know this, I love you all and appreciate you guys. And while you're enjoying it, make sure to subscribe and hit that post notification bell to never miss our future uploads. So with this latest chapter titled The Captain of Black Bulls, we begin elsewhere with a young Yami taking a look over at his grimoire. At the time, he suffered a great prejudice on account of the dark magic he possessed, what maybe was considering to be a sinister and unsettling power that was bound to bring misfortune to all that drew too close, which was most certainly a difficult existence for a child to possess, especially given the fact that he was a foreigner to begin with. He was all alone with no one and was forced to live in abandoned and broken buildings by his lonesome. However, this would all begin to change. The captain of the Grenadier, Julius Nobrachrono, the man who eventually becoming the 20th Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom. He was absolutely dazzled by young boy's dark magic. He wanted to see all that it could do, as he had never seen such a power before. From there, he would make a friends with Natch, a local troublemaker who saw him for more than his intimidating magic and recognized him only to be playing into the role of a bad guy, because it was what most people had already labeled him to be. From there, Yami would join the Magic Knights and work alongside with the Natch's twin brother Morgan, the absolute kindest and the most genuine person around, whose light magic was literally the opposite of his dark magic. Yet, even still, Morgan treated him with the respect as a friend and a comrade. From there, Yami would meet all kinds of the strange folks. There was a Jack, captain of the Green Mantis, a rival of his who didn't care about his dark magic and simply refused to lose to him. Queljor, the former captain of the Purple Orcas. Nozel Silva, captain of a Silver Eagle, who often disagreed with him yet emphasized the fact that he was a foreigner as opposed to that of his magic. Fuegolian, the captain of the Crimson Lion, who recognized Yami's strength and spirit, considering him to be a special sort of a person. His sister Meriliona, who is always looking for a painful fight. Owen, the healer who kindly showed concern for Yami's well-being. Charlotte, the captain of a Blue Rose, who found fault in Yami's presence as a man as opposed to anything else. And William, captain of a Golden Dawn, who he would share a mutual respect for possessing absolutely no prejudice towards him at all, but rather a desire to protect the country and living up to the expectation of their benefactor Julius. One day, Yami would speak to the Morgan and admit that it was actually pretty fun being a magic knight, as he had the chance to meet all kinds of the mages that his magic used to disturb people. But after seeing all of them, he did not look so bad after all. Morgan would tell Yami that even the scariest sort of a magic was only as good or evil. It only depends on the mages who wield it. He believed Yami was a great judge of a character with the power to bring people together. That to him, Yami was the perfect for a magic knight, which Yami would brush off as to him Morgan was the perfect one. And people like him should be leading people. But of course, Morgan died. As the rain poured down, sitting in front of a Morgan's tombstone was Natch, who had lost his brother and entire family on account of his own heavy and devilish dealing. Yami would think back to something else Morgan had told him in the past. Morgan hated to admit it, but it seems to him that Yami was able to understand his brother's Natch's feelings better than he ever could. And with that, Yami would make his declaration. The one day he would create his own brigade, where people with no luck, the people held back by circumstances, the people who had lost their way or had sinned, he believed it would be a horrible shame if they couldn't use their powers too. And so he planned on creating a place where they would be free to run wild. And as he walked on, he furthermore vowed to become strong enough to support and keep a bunch of idiots like that together. As we would then be able to see each of Yami's guild invitations, each recruitments of these idiots will all know and love to be the Black Bulls. We would then see the scene of Zenon of the Dark Turret capturing him, as his final word of his squad would be to live as they please. Now realizing that perhaps the one who was actually given a place to belong was him all along, we would then fast forward to him being in the presence of Maurice and Zenon. as Maurice would applaud dark magic to be a magic imbued with the power of the Wonder Old, a marvelous power that would allow them to connect the two worlds, marking Yami to be the chosen one to bring death, despair and darkness onto the mortal world. But now in the present, Maurice was no more. He was utterly defeated, and so the Black Bulls would call out their captain, awoke the man and brought him on so much laughter, as he would yell back to them questioning if they truly like him that much, which prompted them all to yell at the top of their lungs with all the passion they could muster that yes, yes they do, as Yami would now smile and admit to them that he felt the exact same way, as not remain at a distance with all of his devil, calling them a bunch of lunatics, as we would have our long-awaited reunion of the Black Bulls, and that was the chapter. Well, what do you think about this latest chapter of the Black Clover and the review? The comment section is waiting for your opinion, which gonna for sure help me in the future uploads. Peace out.